Sure.
What would make the Chinese step in favor of Pakistan in the current scenario, perhaps? Would there be any, do you see any likelihood of them physically stepping in to back Pakistan?
And you mean militarily?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't see them doing that, and for the simple reason that I don't see in the dust up which has happened between India and Pakistan, I don't see any direct impact or harming of Chinese interests. So the Chinese don't really have a skin in the game, except for the fact that Pakistan is a very close ally of theirs, and they will back them up to that point and up to a point and not beyond. So I don't expect the Chinese to step in militarily in this particular instance between India and Pakistan.
So, what's your looking ahead? How do you see this India-Pakistan scenario panning out?
So I think the best case scenario would be that everyone says that, look, we have done what we had to do, and that bring it to a close and dial it down, de-escalate the situation. But we are now in the hands of the Pakistan military, how they look at it and what they feel they need to do in sort of response to what has happened earlier today, this morning.
You know, Balakot brought us about 5 years of respite from Pakistani terror.
Not really, because there have been terrorist incidents even in between.
Attacks.
Yeah, smaller attacks, maybe not as big as this one, but this was particularly barbaric.
But what is the way forward then? I mean, at some point you have to grab the bull by the horns, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the way forward is, the Pakistanis themselves have to tackle this whole thing about terrorism. They cannot use terrorism as an instrument of state policy. They have to give it up, they have to abjure it, they have to lock these people up, or at least make sure that they don't follow terrorism anymore. And the earlier they realize that, and the better it will be for them and for their own country. But at the same time, they don't seem to be giving any indications of this. So we will have to raise the cost for them to use terrorism as an instrument of state policy. And that is exactly what we have done this morning.
So, last question. What is it that makes the Pakistani army stick on despite defeats, successive defeats? And you saw their carbon copy, the Bangladesh military, which at some point decided to step back from politics. In this case, these guys don't let go.
No, so I don't know if you know that when British India was partitioned, Pakistan got about 17 or 18% of the landmass of the erstwhile British India. But they got 33% of the erstwhile British Indian army. And the reason for that was because there were a lot of soldiers and officers who had a Muslim religion, and they were given the choice of which country do you want to join, and the bulk of them joined Pakistan. So there is this mismatch between the size of the military and the area of the country, and which continues till today, and which is the reason why the Pakistan army, the Pakistan military has always played an outsized role or has overly influenced politics within Pakistan. And I don't think they're ready to give it up even now, despite the fact that they're not directly in control of the politics of Pakistan. There is a elected prime minister and cabinet, etc. They are basically the ones who make decisions on very important matters, including on national security matters and in relation to countries like India. So they don't seem to be, I don't think they're ready to give up all that power, influence, prestige, position in their own country.
Which is why you don't expect the generals to move against Munir, even though he may be disliked.
Look, I don't know whether the generals will move against Munir, but my point is very simple. Whichever general replaces him will be exactly like Munir. So what does it matter whether it is A or B or C or D?
Yeah.